Hey there everyone, thanks for stopping by the channel. It's Moodog from Moodog's Frugal RCs and more. We are in the research kitchen today doing a rig rundown on the very popular WLtoys A979. This is a four-wheel drive monster truck in the 1/18 scale and a ready-to-run kit. Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, before we get into the contents of the package, I want to go through a little bit of history, and not so much history, but a little bit of information on where WLtoys fits into the whole world of RC vehicles. WLtoys has been at this for quite some time now, guys, and they're catering to the beginner or intermediate hobbyist. Even some of us that have been doing this for a while appreciate what they're doing for such a little amount of money. This vehicle can be had for as little as $45, and I've seen it as much as $60 or $70 depending on where you buy it. Now, if you do purchase this on Amazon and you have a Prime account, that's generally the way I purchase most of my vehicles. You can get this for about $65 or so, but you're getting that support from Amazon should anything be wrong with it. You can generally get that fixed or returned pretty quickly without any issue. So that being said, let's take a look at what comes inside the package. We are getting our owner's manual with this one, guys. Pretty comprehensive with their manuals. WLtoys is all the information that you would need to get this going, how to install the batteries in the remote, how to charge the battery. There is more information in here regarding maintenance, cleaning the vehicle, that type of thing. Now we're starting to get into exploded view of the shock absorbers, the wheels, and as we move along through the manual, you're going to see the main page here that it shows the exploded view of the vehicle along with corresponding part numbers. All the print on here looks to be pretty good, nothing smudgy looking or weird looking, pretty easy to read and understand. If memory serves, and I haven't proofread this, but if memory serves, the Chinese to English translation in this manual should be just fine. Now we get into our parts grid here, guys. All parts on here are going to be replaceable and plentiful and very, very inexpensive. So that's what makes that's what creates such an allure to the WLtoys brand of cars and as well as quadcopters. So more parts down the next page here. And then we have two blank pages. You can draw funny pictures or make notes should you want to. Also coming with a little addendum here. This is kind of a troubleshooting guide and some more information about how to operate the vehicle properly in both English and Chinese. So that might be a good one to hang on to as well. This is coming with a kind of a European looking or Chinese looking or foreign to me looking charger, 2-pin charger, going to be connected to a kind of proprietary looking plug on here, so that's something I may end up having to modify as far as the run of the vehicle. But this is an output on this one is going to be 6.4 volt, 500 milliamp output. The input on here is 220 to 240, so this is not going to work for me, but that's fine. I have plenty of chargers, but they did include that. This was supposed to come with 2 batteries, but it looks like they've included 1, which is fine. This is a 16500 dual cell, 750 milliamp hour, 6.4 volt lithium ion pack here, and this is going to have your standard red JST connector as well as the charge connector on here, being the kind of proprietary looking 3-pin balance port charger. This could be easily changed out to a different style plug on here, the white JST, but I don't even know if I'm going to be using this battery. I may not use it. I may end up, I don't know, but here, let's put it this way. I'm going to be swapping this battery out and the connector out inside the car to accept a 7.4 LiPo, as I do with most of my vehicles. The remote that this is coming with, guys, is pretty standard stuff for WLtoys. This is going to be pretty basic. You have a couple of adjustments on here for your steering and throttle trim. If you are like me and you run these vehicles a lot in the winter, you're probably going to need fingerless gloves to do that because the opening on here is pretty small for the trigger. Trigger feels pretty good though, guys. I think that feels nice. Our steering wheel is going to be on the right hand side here for righties, and we have foam cover covering on here, and the return spring feels pretty good on here, guys, so I think they did a pretty good job on that. On and off switch is going to be right up in the corner here, and then we have a 4-position auxiliary kind of I guess channel switching thing here. Or mode switch. I don't think this is going to work with this vehicle. Now this is being sold as a ready-to-run vehicle, but as per normal, you're going to have to supply your own batteries, and in this case, 4 AA's will get this thing off and running for you. Let's get this back on here. Do that later. The vehicle itself, guys, looks pretty nice. WLtoys does a really nice job on their design and on their construction of the vehicle. This is the ever popular in the race world fashionable speed. We see a bunch of other kind of stickers and stuff on there, race stickers. Pretty silly, some of them. This one's not too bad. I've seen a lot sillier. Microcomputer, that type of stuff, night security, battle. So nothing really too weird or too funny, which can be kind of disappointing if you're like me and like to read that funny stuff. That doesn't take away from the quality of the vehicle at all. It just kind of adds to maybe give it a little bit of a humorous side, but you can see the Lexan body on here, guys, looks pretty nice. We have a yellow and black motif, and on the black here you can see almost a carbon fiber looking paint job on there, so it looks really cool. I like the way this vehicle looks a lot, guys. Tires are going to be decent compound, not too soft, not too hard, but there is no foam filling in here. It's just straight tire. Actually, I can feel the rim when I squeeze this thing down. I don't believe these are glued. And yeah, they are glued. These are glued, so that's kind of a good thing. A lot of times when you buy these budget vehicles, you don't see the tires always glued. It's a good idea, especially with something this powerful, to go ahead and glue them up so you're not spinning all over the place and possibly popping a tire off. But that looks pretty good. We have independent shock absorbers on this one too, guys. And I don't believe these are oil filled, but I think you can, if memory serves, I think you can fill these. I'll do some checking on that, and I'll put something in the post edit once I find out, or I'll post another video when I do the run video, and I'll let you guys know if you can put oil in these or not. So let's take the body off of here and take a look at the underside of it. Now I've already removed the body pins, and they are only supplying the 4 that come pre-installed. So if you guys are have a propensity to lose those or a habit of losing those, you probably want to order some more from wherever you buy this vehicle. Again, the Lexan body, very nice paint job on it, decently sturdy for what it is. I've seen a lot thinner, and I have seen some that are thicker. This one's probably going to see a Gorilla Tape treatment to kind of reinforce the Lexan and give it a little bit more life. But a good looking body nonetheless. Let's set that aside. The vehicle itself is pretty nicely made, guys, as are all the WLtoys vehicles. This is going to incorporate a strap hold down here for the battery. You can see that right here, and I hope this lighting is picking this up. Let me see if I can move this light over just a little bit here, guys. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but let's see. There we go. That might help just a little bit. But we can see a battery hold down strap on here, guys, and let's do this. Let's make it a little bit easier there. There we go. So now we can see the battery hold down strap on here. This is going to have a 2-in-1 ESC receiver right here with an on and off switch right next to it. The battery tray itself is pretty good size, so I'll be able to fit a little bit larger size battery in there than what comes stock with this. I do plan on running 7.4 volt LiPo batteries in here, and I will show you that modification once that's done. I don't know if I'll be cutting this off or if I will be just using the standard red JST connector batteries that I have already. But that being said, the servo on here, guys, is going to be a mini version servo. That's going to be right here, and it looks like there is, I don't see a servo saver on here. Looks like there might be a small servo saver on there, but we have everything is going to be little ball connections here, and it looks to be little hexes as well, probably 1.5 or 2 millimeter hexes on that. The tires and rims on here, guys, I mentioned the tires already, but the rims are going to be nutted on, and there's little nylon lock nuts holding everything on here. We have a 390 size motor here, brushed motor, guys, with a heat heat sink, and our chassis brace is plastic on this one, guys. Looks to be a pretty nice build on here. As per normal with the WLtoys, our bumpers front and rear have a little bit of a flex to them, but they don't feel brittle or hard, and I like that. Sometimes you buy these vehicles and you find out that these bumpers are super brittle, and once you get them out in a little bit cooler temperatures, you find yourself cracking them and inventing your own swear words. Right here in the back, though, guys, not much of a bumper. They are calling this the bumper right here, and this is the same way on my 959. I do own the buggy as well, and the bumpers are pretty much the same on here. The shock absorbers, as mentioned before, I don't think are going to be oil fillable, but I will check that out and let you guys know. Our body mounts on here are going to be adjustable, as we can see here. Sorry about all the camera angles, but I want to show you guys that we do have 2 screws, one here and then one on the other side that you would loosen. You can raise or lower the body height on here, so that's kind of cool that they have that adjustability there for you. That's pretty much it. That's all I can think of on this one, guys. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by the channel today. I really appreciate all my new subscribers. You guys are rocking it out. Really helping my channel out a lot as I'm in the growing phase right now. If you have any questions about this car or anything RC related, put it down in the comment section below. See you all in the next one, and God bless the Republic.